This is a penny.
This is a penny.
This is a penny.
This is a penny. This is a penny. That is the Eiffel Tower, and I have 7 days to use this penny to get from Europe all the way back home to America.
This is Trahan, a popular YouTuber with over 13 million subscribers, so you know he's no joke. One of the most popular things he's done on his channel is the 1 penny challenge, where he starts off with just a penny and goes around doing things to trade up from that 1 penny to whatever amount he needs to get for that challenge. This he does in order to raise money for different causes which help those who are in need. Recently, as I was watching his videos, I started thinking about what he's doing and what lessons on money management and investing can be drawn from this challenge. Welcome to The Eighth Wonder, a channel dedicated to making compound interest your best interest. So if you've never heard of Mr. 1 Penny, aka Trahan, what he usually does is to try and buy something, usually a pen, from a random person for that penny, and then try and sell that pen for $1, then buy something with that $1 which he can then sell for more, and so on and so forth. This allows him to gain profit, which is the first lesson. Profit refers to the financial gain or positive difference between total revenue and total expenses of a company or an individual engaged in economic activities. It is a fundamental measure of financial success and sustainability for businesses. Profit is a key indicator on how effectively a business operates and whether it is generating more income than it spends on its operations. By generating a profit, Ryan can then acquire things to help him make the next idea he has a reality and to help him make even more money, since the whole idea of the challenge is to get to a certain amount. So how does an understanding of this apply to you? Well, for starters, if you're here learning all these lessons from all these videos, I would assume that you're looking to make and keep as much money as you possibly can, and are most likely looking to invest some of that money so it can grow in value too. If this is you, then here's what you need to understand. When you invest your money, be it in real estate, the stock market, or a business, one of the biggest things you should be looking for is profitability. You want to know if that thing you're investing in will help you build towards that financial return that you are looking for. One of the benefits of profit is that it puts you in a position to grow your holding through reinvesting, which simply means putting all the profit back into the investment holding, and this you would do in the hope of making an even bigger return the next time around. The second lesson is one that is very interesting. So as I was thinking about the 1 penny challenge, I also started to think about the 1 penny analogy. So this is how it goes. Suppose you had the option of getting $1 million handed to you today and it would be all yours to keep, no questions asked. Or you were offered 1 cent. But this 1 cent would double in value every day for 30 days. Which option would you take? Pause the video and comment with your answer below. Okay, welcome back. So if you've chosen the $1 billion,
congratulations, you played yourself.
You have chosen the least profitable of the two options. Want to know how that works and just how much you would have missed out on? Well, let me break it down for you. So I said that the penny doubles in value every day for 30 days, right? This means that by day 2, you would have exactly 2 cents. $6.40 is what you would have by day 7. $819.20 on day 14, and $209,715.20 on day 22. By day 25, you would have $1,677,721.60, way past the break-even point. By day 30, you would have made a staggering $53,687,091.20. That is over 52.6 more millions than what you'd have made if you had taken the 1 million on day 1. Interesting analogy, right? But what is the lesson behind the analogy? Well, it's simple. Compound interest. The reason why the penny would turn to 53 million is due to the compounding effect, where the amount that the interest is calculated on increases each day. This allowed it to grow at an exponential rate, which brought forth an astonishing return. How this applies to you is a bit of what I touched on earlier with investing. I like to explain this using an example of investing in the stock market. Let's say you invested your money in a particular business and you keep adding to the holding at regular intervals and the company pays dividends twice a year, which you reinvest back into the holding, and since it's a profitable company, the value of the company goes up over time. With all these things working together, you can expect the value of your investment to grow over time, which is exactly what compound interest is about. It is important for one to understand the concept of compound interest in order to use it to their advantage and eventually make a great living from it. It is also important to understand that as much as the compound effect can work in your favor, it requires a lot of effort and time. In the analogy, it only took 30 days to get to a big number, but in reality, it doesn't really work that way. It usually takes a while, a decade or more in most cases. So it also requires a lot of patience and consistency in order to get the best of results. Staying the course and letting your money grow over time is one of the nicer things that you can do for yourself. The most classic of examples that shows you the real power of compounding is in real estate. If you go and look at the prices of houses that were bought 10 years ago and compare their selling prices then to their selling prices now, in most cases, you will discover that the houses are now worth more. A lot of people are quick to dismiss long-term investments because they take a long time, but such thoughts are quite short-sighted. They don't take into account how much of a difference compound interest can do for them. I mean, I get it. Most people want to see results and they want to see them as soon as possible. But what I can assure you is that delayed gratification is one of the most powerful weapons you can use in order to win the game. Remember how Ryan always has a certain amount as a target that he needs to get to in his challenges?
I'm gonna turn this penny into $1 billion, or at least enough to survive, eat, fill up my gas tank.
This goal helps to drive him to think and try out ideas that can potentially give him better returns. This is essentially what goal setting is about. Setting goals and working towards them is more effective than just shooting in the dark and just hoping for the best. If you have a specific goal, an amount that you would like to achieve within a certain amount of time, it channels you to start looking for ideas on how to get there and also keep track of your progress. These are very important steps because they help you to stay focused and motivated. In his videos, we see Ryan constantly looking for certain milestones to work towards in order to fulfill a certain need that will help him get some type of advantage going forward. Examples are getting supplies to make a sign, getting a cooler so he can sell drinks out of it, and getting a bike so he doesn't have to walk all the time. For a long-term investment, the goals or milestones will look a little different, but the principles will remain the same. If you have an amount in your head that you like to reach, there are wealth calculators online that you can use for your planning, so you know how much you need to put away, how often, for how long, at what interest rate, in order to get to it. This simple tool can do wonders for you. We've seen Ryan take the challenge from 1 penny to $1,000, to surviving on 1 penny for 3 days, to surviving on 1 penny for 30 days. These were some very audacious challenges and he didn't always reach his goals, but one thing for sure is that he learned some valuable lessons which he was able to use in challenges that followed. So if for whatever reason you have the fear of setting and acting upon your money goals, I would encourage you to get started. Start in fear, start with a little, but start nonetheless. Starting puts you a step closer to the goal. It is said that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So if you don't take the step, the journey never begins. Another thing you see Ryan often do is to check how much he has made and how much he's had to spend to get certain things done. This is known as tracking of expenses. This is something that you would do in order to have a greater idea of where your money is going and how well you're doing with your spending. Let's face it, we all like the thrill of buying something that we hadn't even planned on buying, which just excites us in the moment, right? But how often do we make such a purchase only to look back and regret upon realizing that we don't actually afford it and we had no business buying that item? I think we've all been guilty of that before. By tracking your expenses, you are more likely to avoid such situations as you would know where your money is going and how much of it is actually available for discretionary spending. By tracking your spending, you can find things to cut on and things to spend more on, like paying down debts if you have any, and of course, investing for the future. If there is one thing about money, it has to be managed right in order for us to enjoy the benefits of having it. And the better we are at managing it, the more opportunities we have to make more of it. Which is why I made a video on 7 ways to manage and grow your money according to a very popular financial self-help book, which you can find linked in the description and pinned comment. So there's a lot that we can learn from Trahan from his videos, not only in him giving back to those in need, but we can learn lessons that can put us in a better position to help. So if you can help, please do so. This has been a very interesting video for me to make. I hope that it has been equally enjoyable for you to watch. Ryan, if you see this video, shout out to you and all that you do. Did any of the lessons from this video stick out to you? How did you like the concept of the whole video? Anything that you think could have been done better? Comment below and let me know. If you liked the video, then please leave a like and share the video with a friend. 1 like equals 1 penny. Okay, I made that up, but your likes definitely do help out the channel. Consider subscribing if you haven't already done so, and click on the notification bell to stay informed on how you can make the most of your money. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you on the next video, but until then, stay invested.